I am a fish finder.
I'm a fish finder.
And I am a fish finder.
1, 2, 3, 4, run!
Big fishing ain't far.
Get in there, buddy!
Get your cap and get your car.
As you can see, there's bait fish all along.
Big fish in a stand.
Let it try, let it
Got you living what the heck.
try. 2 keepers!
Hope daily life free.
Summertime in New Orleans means speckled trout.
Big fishing ain't far.
Don't you love fishing with friends?
Kiss the lid.
Big Fish TV is up and running thanks to great sponsors like Ray Brandt Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Puglia Sporting Goods, Cajun Outboards, Neil Record Insurance, the Clayton Frugier Law Firm, Penn Fishing, Berkeley, Abu Garcia, and Spiderwire, Ultimate Braid Fishing Line.
It's a new year with new lower pricing like the new 2013 Dodge Charger for only $22,490 or the new 2013 Dodge Challenger for only $21,990. Only at Ray Brandt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on the West Bank or online at RayBrandtDodge.com.
Welcome to the Big Fish. I'm Captain C.T. Wood.
And I'm Captain Sam Barbera. We've got a huge show for you today.
Huge is a big word to use in the middle of winter.
Huge is a big word, but we're not having a huge winter right now. That's a story.
Fair enough. It's been unseasonably warm, and it's really either mixed up the pattern or completely taken patterns away.
Well, you know what? Whatever it's done, it's to our advantage because people are catching fish.
Yeah, in some unusual places and some predictable places,
Right.
but it does seem like widespread you're hearing good reports. One of those reports might be coming from the upper Barataria Basin.
That's right. Little Lake, Theophile Bourgeois and I caught a good number of speckled trout on plastics. Right now in February.
And popping corks I thought was interesting.
Right.
And before we get to that, because pretty good story and a pretty good spot to know, we're going to have to head down to 808 Bienville and do a little cooking with Kenny.
Uh-huh.
Don't know what he has in the kitchen today. We'll have to check it out.
It'll be a surprise.
And then I guess before we can even start that,
We need to go to the camp to see what Joe Macaluso has in this week's Big Fish News.
top stories.
Well, thanks, guys. Lots of news to cover this week. Let's go to people, places, and things. Let's start out with the people. Bill Bass, Bob Bush, Ted Bolio Sr. being honored this weekend at the CCA Louisiana State Convention in Lafayette. They're being put into the Hall of Fame. In fact, that happened last night. Chapter cook-offs, all the things that go along with CCA big weekend in Lafayette. Next weekend in Baton Rouge, Louisiana Wildlife Federation annual convention. And that's highlighted by the annual Conservationist of the Year Awards banquet. John Walters, CCA Louisiana volunteer, who's done so much for the artificial reef, those inshore reefs that we see all around the state now. He's being honored as Conservationist of the Year. Mike Balboni from up at Kisatchie National Forest is being honored as Professional of the Year. Rory and Maeve McCracken are going to receive an honor too. So is the St. Mary 4-H Club for their work in black bear awareness. The Bayou Grace Community Center down in Chauvin, they're gonna be honored too, as is Marsh Dog of Baton Rouge for their work in making dog food out of nutria. Big step there. Now, places. Let's talk about the Atchafalaya Basin. Completely reworked last week. The black bass regulations proposed. It's not going to go into effect until June. You guys have a lot of time to comment on it. They're going to drop the minimum size limit. No size limit in the Atchafalaya Basin and a 7 fish per day limit. The guys want to test and see how far that 7 fish limit's going to take us. It's a 2-year plan now, so you have lots of time to comment. Send your comments to the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. Some more places all across South Louisiana. Last Thursday at the commission meeting, completely revamped all of South Louisiana as far as it goes deer hunting. You got a new area 4 that's going to take in most all of the Florida parishes. You're going to take in area 6, which was cut now into a new area 9. So a lot of changes. Area 10 over in the southwest parishes. Then we get to the red snapper issue. The state voted to go non-compliant last week. They're going to start their season the second to last weekend in March. You're going to have a 3 fish a day limit. After that Saturday, Sunday opening, you're going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to fish. And they hope all the way through September with the 4-day weekends are going to come Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day weekend. So big news out there. The state's non-compliant. It sent ripples all the way through the state, the region, and the nation as far as red snapper issues are concerned. Big news this weekend. Pay attention. Hey, for you fishermen, you black bass fishermen, and you deer hunters, make sure you get those comments, whether you like it or not, into the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries.
Joe really stays on top of what's happening. You know,
Yeah, he does.
That's a what a great advantage. I mean, what
He's
a
been
real
in the
gift for
news
us.
business for a long time.
Yeah, but he helps us out. And
Yeah,
I
he
think
does.
that's just a wonderful gift to us. So,
Right.
All right. So I got a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Three guys go fishing. Captain Theophile Bourgeois,
Donovan Hinton.
Captain Donovan Hinton,
And myself.
and Captain Sam
Three
Barback.
captains.
Three captains
Yes.
go fishing. Three friends of mine.
Yes.
I don't remember the phone ringing.
I don't think you were feeling well. You know what?
That was the
We
reason.
slipped down into the upper Barataria Basin, Little Lake, and bad conditions, caught some good trout.
I know y'all are not usually fishing in February a lot, but when you do start fishing the upper Barataria Basin, this is where you start, Little Lake?
Yeah, Little Lake has been known to bring in the fish a little earlier, you know.
Now why is that?
I don't know, man, just a common place. A lot of mullets seem to hold up, you know, on the south side of Little Lake like this, and we got to kind of just get in here and just work the area over and try to, what, fish?
Oh, we let it go. Had it for, yeah, those don't count. So you're saying the fish, the bait shows up here earlier in the season, and the fish obviously follow the bait.
Follow the bait.
Gotcha.
During Truck Month, get $10,000 in total savings on the new 1500 Ram Crew Cab Outdoorsman Package, or get $14,000 off the MSRP on the new 2012 Ram 2500 Mega Cab. Only at Ray Brandt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on the West Bank or online at RayBrandtDodge.com.
Oh, that's the way I like it.
Nothing's better than boiled seafood, spiced just right.
Oh, yeah.
And Louisiana Fish Fry Products makes it easy to boil right every time.
Can't get enough.
Grab a bag. There's nothing to mix. Just pour and boil.
Oh, now you're cooking.
Crawfish, crab, or shrimp. With Louisiana Fish Fry Products, you got boiling down easy.
Oh, that's the way I like it. Ow.
The Penn Conquer is the most technologically advanced spinning reel built.
Good thing this drag makes noise. You wouldn't even know it's going out.
Smooth HT100 drag under the heaviest loads.
I am amazed how smooth that drag is.
Patented one-piece machine gearbox. One-of-a-kind easy access system for a lifetime of painless maintenance.
What a home run.
Penn, legendary performance.
It's Truck Month at Ray Brandt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on the West Bank, and we'll trade for anything. Cars, trucks, SUVs, ATVs, boats, campers, you name it, we'll trade it. Only at Ray Brandt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on the West Bank or online at RayBrandtDodge.com.
Think you're in trouble, bro. Secret bait. Secret bait. What is it? It's all right. It's all right. Swing him on it.
Little Lake,
Little Lake.
little trout, but he's gonna keep.
Man. That's not a bad fish. Nah, he's breaking the water a little bit.
Like Donovan break. That's a nice speckled trout, see?
Yeah, what? Take a box of those. Nice trout.
Get the moat.
We finally talked Theophile in the switching,
popping cork.
going back to a popping cork. What the popping cork does for you is it attracts the fish. The cork sounds like the fish hitting at something on the surface of the water or right below the surface. They look around and they say, hey, where's mine? Check it out. There we go.
He's barely legal, but he's there.
Popping cork, fluorocarbon, about 3 feet of fluorocarbon, 1/8 ounce jig head. Quarter, excuse me.
Yeah. But there we go. Put him in a box with Joe.
Get him in the box. Fishing with Theophile is always fun. Whether you're catching fish, which we're doing today, or not, it's always fun. Laugh every couple of seconds. So what was the strategy? We pulled up, we saw a couple of boats in the back, and you said, no, let's hold up and make a drift. The fish may be just a little up current of where the other boats were.
Right. Well, the game plan is finding enough bait around to make it worthwhile trying to find some good water clarity. And today we got probably this is probably 8 to 10 east wind on us. That's going to really push you hard. So you're drift fishing. Sometimes this much wind is too strong, so you can put them power poles down maybe just a little bit, just to grab the surface and kind of slow the boat down, you know. So that's the key thing.
Popping cork or strike indicator to kind of get their attention.
Yeah.
And bright colors and dark colors are working
no
today.
doubt. I mean, we got a heavy overcast. This is a typical wintertime style, you know, wintertime type of day. But it's productive. You just got to stay with it. Keep moving around.
What's the best month for this location, for Little Lake?
It'll go all the way into the spring, into early summer, you know, and then it'll start branching out, getting, you know, widespread, really getting the whole lake. Right now, we kind of just fish this little pocket. We got a little cover here, but you know, that's the thing is still in February, you get a lot of strong north wind, northeast wind. You got to try to find some cover.
Mostly speckled trout in here, or redfish as well?
Speckled trout, you get a few reds on the bank also.
A lot of grass in the back, you said.
Oh yeah, they got some eelgrass along the banks and stuff. And
eelgrass, you said?
Yeah. They also got, you know, out in, you know, along the lake, they got some rocks also. You can go fish some cuts and stuff for redfish, fish on the bottom. Some people like fishing shrimp on the bottom. So that's pretty productive, you know. The one they like. Crazy. That's a crazy blue blonded chicken. They got so many crazy names. Chartreuse and prinktail. Look at this thing, man. This is about most unlikely of anything you possibly see out there. It does not like a mullet, don't like a shrimp. I think it's curiosity. That's where the word curiosity got the cat. Got that cat.
Nuts. I'm not crazy about the crazy colors. I like sticking with the basics. My little Berkeley Havoc looks exactly like a baby mullet with a different colored tail.
There you go. Hello, baby. That'll sting up the grease, boy.
That's it.
Sting up.
This is kind of a mullet color, this one, huh?
Changing your
chicken for you tonight. No fish.
Did I really just drop that fish? Wow. Now you said when the sun came out, we'd start picking up a couple more fish.
Yeah. We, meaning me and you.
Yeah, right.
Right now, it's only one side of it.
Nice trout.
One side of the we.
So what does the sun do for the fish?
Well, they probably looking for sunglasses like us, right? So the thing is, the sun warms up the surface temperature. This fish is pretty cool. He feels pretty cool right now. But definitely warms the surface temperature up and makes, you'll see the bait more active, which makes these cats a little more active.
And they can see the bait. They can see the artificial bait.
Yeah, they see it out. Especially
Makes
this
sense.
thing. Look at this.
That's right.
But it'll work. Get you some, boy. Let's go.
So the key to wintertime fishing is just this. Read the conditions, read the water. You want the clearest water you can find. Theophile says you got to have a little sunlight. It helps. Yeah. Little things in the wintertime change to spark a decent little bite like we just had.
And pick your day.
Yeah,
See,
absolutely.
I get the option to pick my day. Sam calls it, let's go to my rope. Foggy conditions, windy, and, you know, been having, there we go. The thing is just, pick your day if you can. There's a lot of good days going to be in the month of February. So you do have issues with fronts and stuff that are coming through, but pick that day. Typically in this area here, you want to be 2 or 3 days behind the front when the high pressure comes through and winds calm down and bright bluebird days. These fish will turn on. So we're catching a few, but we're earning them.
That's right.
We're going to earn them today.
But I tell you what, it's more trout than I caught yesterday.
Did you have some fun?
Yes, we had a blast.
It was interesting to watch, only from the standpoint that you said you were fishing with mullet color,
right?
But your mullet color was kind of dark with a pink tail,
right?
Never seen a pink tail mullet, but I understand. Donovan was fishing with something he thought was mullet color.
Right.
It's kind of a light pearl white cream color.
And Theophile was fishing with something.
I think he called it chicken on a brain or something.
I don't know. Fish with what you have confidence in. And that's the rule of thumb. That's right. And speaking of somebody with confidence in the kitchen, let's go to Tenny Flynn down on Bienville Street in the French Quarter at GW Fins.
All right, summertime in New Orleans, speckled trout, usually a lot of speckled trout. I know that a lot of times, you know, we come in with more fish than we think we can eat. So what I like to do when I have too much fish is pretty much eat it for every meal. Now, we're not going to get into breakfast right now, but this is a nice light summertime lunch. I've got some summertime fruit and vegetables here. Now this is a dish that you need to, if you don't have ripe mangoes and ripe papayas and ripe Creole tomatoes and ripe avocados, really don't do it. But if you've got those things, this is a great quick little trout dish. We're going to saute the trout, a little salt and pepper, dredge in plain flour, both sides just a little bit. I've got a preheated pan behind me over here. And I have got a little bit of oil. This is canola oil, and a little piece of butter. And I can tell when I put that butter in there just how hot the pan is. The oil raises the smoke point of the butter, but I like that nice flavor I get from the butter. So I'm putting the fillets right in the hot pan. And we're going to cook them about 3 or 4 minutes on that side before we turn them. And while we do that, we're going to put our dressing together. Now this has 3, well, actually 5 ingredients if you count salt and pepper. I've got blue plate mayonnaise. I've got some fresh squeezed lime juice. I'm going to mix in with that just to make a creamy consistency. I've got some fresh chopped chervil. Now chervil might be a little hard to find in the local grocery store. You can substitute chopped parsley just fine, or any other chopped herbs that you like. I've got some nice Thai basil out of my courtyard garden. That would be good in there. And a good pinch of salt and pepper. I'm also going to salt and pepper the tomatoes, the avocados, and the fruit. It sounds a little bit strange, but it's good to eat, trust me.
Good morning, honey. Not today. You are not going fishing today!
Ugly Stick, America's strongest, most sensitive rod.
It's Truck Month at Ray Brandt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on the West Bank, and we'll trade for anything. Cars, trucks, SUVs, ATVs, boats, campers, you name it, we'll trade it. Only at Ray Brandt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on the West Bank or online at raybrandtdodge.com.
You're an outdoorsman. You love to hunt and fish, but hate it when you reach for your knife and discover it's dull. After all your hard work and skill, you're now faced with the prospect of ruining the meat, or worse still, your trophy. Introducing the new Work Sharp Knife and Tool Sharpener, the revolutionary power sharpener built specifically for you, the outdoorsman. Sharpening every knife you own has never been so easy. When you prepare your knives with Work Sharp, you know you're ready for action. Precision, easy-to-use guides deliver the perfect angle for razor-sharp knives. Fast, effective, repeatable, every single time. Flexible, quick-changing abrasive belts were strategically engineered to sharpen cool. In seconds, you'll grind, sharpen, and hone all with one tool. Spend more time in the field where you belong. Get the most out of all your hunting and fishing gear by adding the Work Sharp Knife and Tool Sharpener to your arsenal.
It's a new year with new lower pricing, like the new 2013 Dodge Charger for only $22,490 or the new 2013 Dodge Challenger for only $21,990. Only at Ray Brandt Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram on the West Bank or online at raybrandtdodge.com.
All right, time to turn the fish. And tilt the skillet a little bit, flip it right over. That one's not cooperating, that's okay. All right, we're about 3 minutes out from being done. And I tell people all the time, you know, what's the most important thing about cooking fish? Number one is to get great fish, which, you know, we have here, living in Louisiana. And number two is to have everything else ready and pretty much on the table before you even put the fish in the pan. So we're able to go from the pan to the plate to the guests, just like we do here at GW Fins. Okay, I've got Creole tomato fillets. I've got nice ripe avocado slices. I've got some ripe mango. I've got some really ripe papaya. Now when you're buying a papaya in the grocery, Don't be afraid to buy one that looks a little beat up on the outside, because that's actually an indication of ripeness on the inside. Just a nice fruit and vegetable salad. And garnish that with a sprig of Thai basil that, like I said, I picked from my courtyard garden. And I'm going to dress that with a little bit of this lemon chervil mayonnaise. All right, our trout fillets are done. And we're going to plate that right on top of our fruit and vegetables. This one I'm just having a problem with. I think it wants to be that way. I'm just going to let it be that way. All right, here we got our sauteed Louisiana speckled trout with Creole tomatoes, avocados, mangoes, papayas, and lemon chervil mayonnaise from GWFISH.
Restaurants serve seafood so fresh, they print a new menu every day. Give Chef Tenny a call and get the best seat in the house.
Power bait from Berkley looks, moves, and smells more like the real thing. And since it tastes more like the real thing, fish bite and hold on longer, up to 18 times longer than other artificials, giving you more time to set the hook, which means you'll be hearing a lot more often. Power bait from Berkley, what you need to catch more fish. The Trilene 100% professional grade fluorocarbon from Berkley is remarkably clear. It has little to no memory and is extremely abrasion resistant. But most importantly, it's the most impact resistant fluorocarbon you can buy, which means you'll hear a lot more and a lot less. Trilene fluorocarbon from Berkley. For anglers who want to catch more fish.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
Oh, that's the way I like it.
Nothing's better than boiled seafood, spiced just right.
Oh, yeah.
And Louisiana Fish Fry Products makes it easy to boil right every time.
Can't get enough.
Grab a bag. There's nothing to mix. Just pour and boil.
Oh, now you're cooking.
Crawfish, crab, or shrimp. With Louisiana Fish Fry Products, you got boiling down easy.
Oh, that's the way I like it. Ow.
I'm not sure there's any time, day, or place when I would want to stop and ask what's on your mind. Fair
Safe
enough.
bet. Sure. Absolutely.
But you know, it's always interesting to find out what Joe Mack's thinking about.
Let's see what Joe Mack has on his mind in this week's commentary.
Well, there's no doubt the biggest issue and the biggest controversy has come in the last 2 weeks is over recreational red snapper. Last Thursday at the commission meeting, Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries and the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Commission reaffirmed their stance on opening the recreational red snapper season that's second to last weekend before the end of March. That's Palm Sunday weekend. Saturday, Sunday, then Friday through Sunday for the rest of the year, all the way in through September, 3 fish limit. That's a shot across the bow to the feds. What happened now is the Gulf of Mexico Fishery Management Council wanted to open a 27-day season starting June 1st, 2 fish per day limit. So what the state is doing is not only going against the season framework, but also against the Creole framework that the Gulf of Mexico Council put out. Now, the other thing is, what really makes it a big issue is that the state pushed it out to 3 marine leagues for our fishery, which means we have more than 10 miles now to go out and catch red snapper. Here's the point. It looks like if Florida goes non-compliant and opens their own season, certainly Mississippi and Alabama will too, which means that the feds might have to shut down all of the federal waters in the Gulf of Mexico. This needed to happen. There's so much unpopularity with fishing regulations in the Gulf of Mexico where there's lots of fish to be taken, that somebody had to stand up to the feds and to the hierarchy in the Gulf of Mexico Fishery Management Council and tell them that their plan wasn't working. Louisiana did that. And to our credit, we need to stand behind them. So now, as part of what you can do, you need to get into the Louisiana, the new fish refish permit program. That offshore permit that we're all going to need to go out and catch red snapper, tuna, the billfish, and report them. Tell the state what we're catching, because we believe it's been grossly understated by the federal management system in the past. It's time to take our stand, and Louisiana did it. Congratulations, guys. We have a new red snapper season.
Amazing fishing, a lot of fun, especially in a sort of an off kind of year. You guys, showed people a lot of good tips. I'm not sure that the folks know what color to use right now, but everything else seemed to make a lot of sense.
Sure.
And then when you go to the kitchen, Tenny's always amazing. And one of the things that really adds a little spice to the show is the attitude of Joe Mack and his commentary.
Sure.
So the question is, as the sun's going down and the lights are coming on and security's probably going to run us out of here any minute now, what do we do now?
Well, look for us next week on Big Fish TV, or
we can all get up and go to the internet and look at a whole lot more fishing stuff on BigFishFinder.net.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to do.
Sure.
That's what you ought to do. And if we don't see you on the BigFishFinder.net, we hope to see you right back here next week on Big Fish TV.
Thanks for watching.
See you then. Until then, take a minute to look at BigFishFinder.net. This is a website filled with great fishing information for everyone, and if you become a member, you can find GPS numbers as well as marked maps and detailed information to fishing spots that are active right now. The site is new and continues to grow, but already has a great deal of good information. Before your next fishing trip, give it a try.
Slide into the sunrise, flat water, gold skies, live shrimp or cockahoo. Which one will I throw? A big fish in your style, bread and sound of Grand Isle. Big fish in your style, bread and sound of Grand Isle.
The Penn Conquer is the most technologically advanced spinning reel built.
Good thing this drag makes noise. You wouldn't even know it's going out.
Smooth HT100 drag under the heaviest loads.
I am amazed how smooth that drag is.
Patented one-piece machined gearbox. One-of-a-kind easy access system for a lifetime of painless maintenance.
What a home run.
Penn, legendary performance.